What's going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased and all. Biggity back, biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something brand new from Miss Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So, we are here with something brand new from Miss Complicated. Shout out to you, brother. And the name of this video is called, Do Women Dress for Attention? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Getting prepared for copious amounts of cap.
When single women dress sexy and wear makeup, are they seeking attention?
Yes, but not necessarily male attention.
Well, are they seeking attention from other women, men, or the right man?
I'd say women and men. I don't believe there is a right man.
Oh.
They just want to be seen. They want to be, admired.
Does the way you dress attract the type of man that you want?
No.
I think it's a lot of like self-expression and not always like you could want like a really nice, respectful guy, and then you're still you enjoy like dressing like you're going out and like partying and stuff.
If women dress sexy for themselves, why do some women wear uncomfortable shoes and skimpy outfits when it's freezing outside?
Hoes don't get cold. They're popping out. They want to be seen by everybody, not themselves. Or I would stay inside.
Well, if they were for themselves, wouldn't they be comfortable?
Not always. Sometimes they wanna feel pretty, so
like it's what makes them confident and it's what makes them feel good, and even if it's uncomfortable.
Okay, now we getting some honesty.
You look. Yeah. I think it definitely depends on like the vibe of the place that you're going to as well. Like if I know I'm going out to a bar, I'm gonna wear uncomfortable shoes and it's gonna suck. But if
the world is focused on the possibilities of AI.
See, we're getting some honesty now.
Your data.
I'm liking this.
If I look good and I feel good and I get good pictures out of it, beauty is pain. So
they say pretty hurts, beauty is pain. So,
If people should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies, why do we have a law that you need to wear clothes in public?
You gotta wear clothes in public, obviously.
Why?
Because you have to. Like, you can't just be naked. That's just crazy.
I think clothes are restrictive. I think clothes suck, to be fair. I think it's gotten a lot looser. Like in society, maybe 100 years ago, again, wearing what I'm wearing would be like, look at her, whatever. I think it's just gotten it's changed a lot, but I think in general, like terms of covering up has just become something like, I think a lot of it has to do with kids, because there's nude beaches that people don't care about, but there aren't kids there. I think a lot of it is wanting to protect
that is true.
kids from forming any ideas of
she got a point with
sexuality
that.
too young. I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Should a woman be able to wear whatever she wants, wherever she wants?
I want to say yes, but you should also respect yourself as well.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
What if that place has a dress code?
Follow it or break the rules.
There you go.
Definitely follow it. If it has a dress code and that's somewhere you want to go, you want to dress appropriate for the occasion.
Yes, it depends on where you're going. Some restaurants want you to dress classy, so I would understand that.
What's the difference between dressing classy versus
What in
dressing
the
trashy?
world?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Trashy would be more so like when you got like your titties and your ass out, for sure.
It's all about how you carry yourself. It's about how you carry yourself. You can show some skin, but it's about how you act when you're showing that skin that matters. So.
Do you think men who lead with their wallets attract gold diggers the same way that women who dress slutty will attract F-boys?
Yes.
Because if you're leading with your wallet, there's nothing else for you to give me. And if you're flashing money, you're not going to attract the people that really want to deal with you. The gold diggers are going to be the first ones to flock to you, and they know exactly how to get you.
Should a woman be surprised if she's harshly judged for wearing a slutty outfit to meet her boyfriend's mom?
No,
Why?
because that's just unrespectful to the mom.
Moms probably don't like that. You gotta dress, you gotta
Gotta look good.
I think outfits are a form of expression 100%, and you should wear what you feel confident and comfortable in, but I think it's definitely a time and a place thing. If you're going to meet a parent, maybe don't wear that mini skirt.
If you had a daughter, would you let her leave the house wearing whatever she wants?
No. Depending on
It really depends on the age. Consider like whatever she wants really depends. If we're assuming that whatever she wants is really little clothing or something that's really revealing, probably not. Mainly because I know, unfortunately, how people react in society and how like she'll be looked at, how she'll be talked to. If she's going out in public, will she be catcalled? Could she potentially be touched? Those kinds of things. And out of a protective nature, I wouldn't want my daughter being subjected to those things that I think less protective parents allow their kids to be subjected to.
Why is a father considered to be a good dad if he encourages his daughter to dress modestly, but a boyfriend is controlling if he encourages his girlfriend to do the same?
because of a daughter should listen to her father, and the boyfriend should, he found her how he found her. So either way it goes, he needs to, flaunt that.
No.
You can't date a bad bitch if you can't handle a bad bitch.
Here we go.
When it seems like a father is doing it, it seems protective, but when a boyfriend is doing it, it seems jealous and controlling because they have different feelings towards that daughter/girlfriend. Like a father won't have like romantic or sexual feelings, and so it's just like, oh, he's trying to protect his daughter, he's doing the best for her, whereas a boyfriend knows like if he finds her attractive, other guys are going to find her attractive, and he's trying to control that. He doesn't want other guys to think that about her. So I think that's why the tone is different.
Well, how do you protect something that you don't control?
I don't know. You're the one that
There we go. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I honestly don't think there's like too much of it. Realistically, there's not much of a difference in the way that they're controlling or protecting the girl. I think it's just that's how people view it. It's, the dad isn't trying to have the daughter in any way, so he's just doing the nice thing, whereas I think boyfriends will instantly just come across as controlling. And so without really having like the analytical questions like you just asked, people just kind of make those snap judgments and are like, oh, the boyfriend's controlling, you should be able to do whatever you want, but your dad is protecting you.
How can a man be responsible for a woman's safety if he has no say over the risks that she takes?
He can't be. If a woman's taking a risk,
I know, I can just shove it in my face. Sorry, I don't know what the question was.
Okay, we'll move on. Why are gay people more aware of how their clothes and behavior present to the world than the straight women who complain that revealing clothing shouldn't get them unwanted attention?
Oh.
I feel like gay
Damn,
people are
son,
more
where'd you
of,
find this?
embracing their self. Girls are more of like, everyone has their insecurities, but gay people, once they come out, they're embracing it. They're confident in it, so they're gonna flaunt it.
Women are delusional. They believe in their brains that they're supposed to just do whatever they want to do, and nobody else is entitled to their opinion.
There you go.
Why would a celebrity dress incognito if it didn't affect the amount of attention they got?
Yeah, they don't want to be recognized.
I feel like it would always affect the attention they got. If they're not dressed in incognito, they're going to be recognized. And they're going to be harassed and bombarded by groups of people.
Do you think that there's a correlation between that and how women dress versus how they're treated?
No.
Are men more thirsty for sex or are women more thirsty for attention?
Damn.
Ooh.
I would say men are more thirsty for sex.
Nope.
Which one is more of a biological need?
I would say men.
Women are thirsty for attention.
There you
Women
go.
more thirsty for attention.
I feel like sex will be more of like a biological need.
Well, why is one any more shameful than the other?
They cancel each other out.
Well, from my personal experience, men love sex. Like, they just love it. I feel like for women, a lot of the ones that crave that attention, they have like...
Wait a minute. This chick with the houndstooth jacket, she looks very, very familiar. She looks like this chick that was on a previous video where she was talking about how she would get unwanted advances from men but when she was hanging around women, she never got any unwanted advances or something like that. This chick looks familiar. She looks super, super familiar. If I figure out which video it was that she was in, if I got the right person, I'll link the video so that way you guys can go check it out and see the part that I'm talking about.
Not all of them. I can't speak for like the population, but a lot of them have like issues with like at home. I mean, I can speak. I'm not like judging. Like I crave attention a lot.
That's what they thrive off. Like they need attention. They need attention. Like men, we could go so long without talking to boys, without posting on Instagram. But women, they post in bikinis. Like they need attention. They want the likes and the comments.
If women are so concerned about being judged as slutty, why would they ever dress in a way that might be perceived as slutty?
I don't think they're worried about looking slutty. You know you look slutty if you look slutty, but like, it's mostly for yourself and not for anyone else.
Who's more delusional? Sexy women who say they dress for themselves, or high-level men who say they improve for themselves?
High-level men who say they improve.
Oh my God, here we go.
Because
Here we go.
Compensate. They're compensating for
Here we go with the cap.
Don't both do it for the attention of the opposite sex?
Some men do it to please other men.
Why is it considered cruel to tease an animal, but it's not considered cruel to tease a man?
Men ain't shit. Sorry.
What do you mean by that?
Well, would wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
No.
We don't dress for men.
We dress
Here
for
we
ourselves.
go. Here we
Animals
go.
are way different.
How so?
Because they're cute and fluffy and no. Men, different. Men are assholes. What animal is an asshole?
Wouldn't wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
No, because it's for yourself and not for men.
Here we
Would
go.
wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
Yes, for sure. Because like men, like how I said, we get aroused easy. Like we don't know like how to stop it and how to like not make it happen. So like yeah.
If a woman has lots of sexy photos on her dating profile and no bio, should she be surprised if guys are only contacting her for hookups?
No,
Why?
because that's what you're asking for in a way, or it appears that way.
No, she shouldn't be surprised at all.
Why?
Because men will be men.
Can she be judged the same way if she's out in public wearing a slutty outfit?
What do you mean, like judged as far as like a man just wanting to have sex with her? Yes.
So then why would it make any difference if you're online or out in public?
There isn't a difference.
Well, why can people make assumptions about you online but not in person?
People can make assumptions about you regardless.
I think people are a lot more bold online, and that's why we see so much more of like bullying and stuff like that online. So I think anything you post anywhere, if you're an attractive woman, if you're posting whatever, you're gonna get those comments no matter what, if you have a bio or not.
We are men, okay? From a young age, you can't train us any differently. We're 5 years old, we're walking down, we see boobs, we go, oop, boobs.
Yep.
We're 10 years
That
old,
is
we're walking
true.
down the road, we see oop, boobs, okay? So we are trained and we are scolded to see boobs and look away, okay? It is not natural.
If a prostitute and an average woman are both walking around half naked, why would it be wrong to assume both are soliciting sex? What's the difference?
There is no difference if you ask me.
I feel like there is no difference and it wouldn't be wrong because like that's what you're perceiving and that's what we're getting from what we see. We don't know you, so like that's our first impression on you. And you dressing slutty the same as prostitutes, of course we're gonna think you in the same business as them.
I don't think you should be judged for just wanting to exist. Me existing does not constitute,
That's
an
not the
invite for you
point.
to harass me.
You're not being judged for just
What is the
existing.
definition of indecent exposure?
Not wearing enough clothes.
I would think anything you wouldn't wear in front of children, like showing private, personal
Parts of your body that shouldn't be seen by the public.
There are sexually explicit things that can be done that are not meant to be done in public, near children, public places, that nature of thing.
If sex is conveyed through sexual acts and not nudity, why are nude photos effective?
Because men
They're
get turned
horny.
on. Yeah, men get turned on by naked
Anything.
ladies.
They get turned on by anything.
If a woman's naked body is not sexual, why is nudity inappropriate around children? Isn't that admitting that nudity is sexual and conveyed through visual means?
I mean, I think once a kid, like she has a kid that's 3, you know, once they hit a certain age, I just feel like they should know about the woman's body and male body and what their body parts are, not no cheesy names for it, but like you don't need to be naked in front of your child all the time.
Yeah.
Throughout history and culture, the standards of what's considered indecent exposure have changed. Skirt length, burqas, etc. Why do these rules apply mainly towards women?
That is a great question.
Because men love to control women and what they wear and how they act and everything in between.
Because they are mainly the ones doing indecent exposure.
There you
we
go.
wear fully, like we're fully clothed when we step outside. You never see a man in his drawers coming outside.
Exactly.
At what point is a woman initiating a sex act through her clothes or lack of clothes?
There's no way of initiating a sex act through your clothes or lack of clothes.
Here we go,
Why
man.
is it not considered corn when women expose themselves out in public?
Because they want to just dress for themselves. They're not just like, that's not a sexual invitation.
If sex isn't conveyed through visual means, why is corn even effective?
Because that's like fully, it's like watching someone have sex, basically.
Social conditioning. I mean, there's plenty of countries like, if you've ever watched the Nat Geo channel, you've seen boobs on Nat Geo in a non-sexual way that's completely appropriate for children to see. But if you like put boobs in front of the camera, rub your nipples, that's a whole different story. I think that
I think this is that chick, man.
needs are very
I think this is
important when
that
talking
chick.
about who is naked and how that makes people feel.
I don't feel like women are initiating a sex act. Just because a woman dresses a certain way doesn't mean that she wants you to feel a way that she dresses. She dresses for herself. If that's the way she wants to dress and it makes her feel beautiful, makes her feel sexy, then by all means, do you.
How is that not a contradiction if we just admitted that a woman's lack of clothes can be considered sexual around children?
Around children, yes. There's a time and a place for everything. There's things that I would wear to the club that I'm not going to wear to church. There's a time and a place for everything.
But I'm saying if it's considered sexual around children, why wouldn't it be considered sexual around just the general public?
Good question. I believe it is still sexual around the general public.
So then once
But
again...
what's wrong with being sexual?
Well, I'm just wondering at what point then is a woman initiating a sex act based on what she's wearing?
So being sexual in public and initiating a sex act are two different things. I'm allowed to exist without being harassed.
When women walk around in public wearing what might be perceived as lingerie, how is a man's subconscious metabolism supposed to know when the sexual stimulation is real?
When it's real.
Sexual stimulation is always real. That's natural.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's a short dress, summer dress, or lingerie. Like, it's, some people are conservative, lingerie only belongs inside. Some people are like, yeah, walk around, no body shaming. Perfect. I personally do not care. But again, do not scold me for having a look.
There
I
you
think
go.
that a great way is by asking. Walking up to someone saying, hey, what's your name? Starting the conversation not in a sexual way at all. And then if let me rephrase. If the woman seems like she is interested in your advances, then I think that it's a great time to ask, hey, what you doing tonight? You know? Like, I think that it's a great time to put forward and put out consent that doesn't necessarily have to be, do you want to have sex tonight? But it could be like, hey, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
And then you can go based off of what the woman says and her body language, or anyone in between, honestly. Like, even if I were to, like, make a move on a man, I wouldn't just immediately go up and, like, start, like, grinding on him, you know? Like, I would, because, like, I've had that done to me in ways that was not a wanted advance.
Yep. It is her. It is her. Because I was waiting to see if she was going to say something, and sure enough, she brought it up. This is the same chick that was on the previous video that said something similar.
Have we ever considered that men might have erectile dysfunction from being teased so often that they become conditioned and confused about when it's okay to become aroused?
That's a good one, cause like women, they
Good
show
question.
themselves a lot.
Damn,
and
son, where'd
men,
you find
we can't
this?
stop it. So like it could really cause something.
But why wouldn't that be the same for women then?
Can you be more specific?
Like men
What?
should be able to control themselves the way that women can control themselves.
A lot of the times when a man is nervous to have sex with someone, they get, like, they're not able to get hard and stuff like that.
Like, so they could tease you and everything and then get you to a point and then you're like, stop, or they're like, stop. And at that point, a man, if he has that control to say, okay.
It's frowned upon for men to look at women and go, oh, boobs. Okay, I can't stand that. If girls are going to dress that way, guys should look at them. And guys should not be embarrassed. Guys should not be ashamed. The boobs are out. Your boobs are out. I like looking at your eyes too. But I mean, if I look at your boobs, don't scold me.
There you go.
Many women complain about not feeling safe when they walk around in public. Why don't men in prison walk around with their body exposed for fear of being assaulted, but women will walk around exposing their body despite their fear of being assaulted?
Cause I feel like
I don't understand that.
Is low key made up. Like they want attention. Like how you started the question, they want attention. So like they're gonna thrive for that. Like everything we got, they want it. See what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not trying to make it a competition, but that's just really how it is and how it's been lately.
All right, okay. Shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with yet another fire video called Do Women Dress for Attention? All right, so first impressions of me watching this one. This one was definitely good. Great conversation. But see, I like the premise of this because what it did was it highlighted a lot of the cappery and the contradictions that a lot of modern women put out into society with the things they say, and when you line it up versus their actions, it's almost never congruent. We saw a couple cuties on here. We didn't see any septum piercings, which is good. You know, shout out to the women that didn't have the septum piercings in this video. But overall, it was a great conversation, great discourse. I like it when they present an answer, and you know, us viewers, we know it doesn't make sense, but yet It's Complicated will continue to probe and peel the layers back. And then once you continue to peel the layers back, then you start to realize that the truth is buried under it. And then a lot of times they end up agreeing with the interviewer anyway. So I love the way he frames the questions. I love the back and forth. I like it when people don't, you know, get triggered and start losing their composure all over some questions. But overall, great video, great interviews. And, you know, I love these types of conversations. So, yeah, one more shout out to It's Complicated. And that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.